It's a 4-bedroomed house, and a team of enforcement officers have arrived at dawn to look inside.
Morning.
What they find is shocking. There are 26 beds.
How many people live in this room, sir? 1, 2, 3.
So if someone should tell you that they live in such place, in this type of apartment, in this type of accommodation, tell me the truth, will you believe it? If you're not in the UK. If you're in the UK, I understand that you might believe that, yeah, people live in such places. It's not everybody that can handle pressure or can handle, the stress in the UK. Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love, thank you guys for the support. Honestly, I really do appreciate. So on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what is happening around me, and I share information. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why migrants are leaving the United Kingdom. So now let's talk about why people are leaving the UK. So if you're back home, you want to come to the UK, you think that UK is where you plug money. Once you're abroad, you're plugging money. Money is everywhere. Maybe before abroad is like that too, but not anymore. Abroad is not like that, or UK is not like that. I don't know about US, I don't know about Canada, but I feel like they should still be the same. It's still the same thing. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be that bad like UK, but I feel like it's still the same, it's the same ship. I don't know if you understand. So most people now coming to the UK, they think it's super easy living in the UK, but there's something that you guys don't consider or don't think before coming to the UK. You think as soon as you enter the country, you start working. You don't think about the settling. Before you get a job, you need to settle in this country. You need to settle, meaning you need to get an accommodation, you need to get a house. And again, if you're coming with your family, before your child can start school, you need to get a permanent home address. You cannot live in your friend's house and say you want your child to start going to this school. No, you need to get a permanent home address where you're going to be living. If you're going to live there for 6 months, it's okay, but not like squatting from one person's house to another. No, your child cannot go to school. You must sort out your accommodation before you can sort out your child's school. So some persons will enter this country. So some person will come to the UK, and after some months, like, their children are not going to school. Yes, I've seen lots of people. Why? Because they've not sought out accommodation. So your child cannot go to school. Your child will just be staying at home and be staying at home. Yes, that is the UK for you. You cannot just say, oh yeah, I want my child to start going to this school or that school. No, you need to start your accommodation first. And the same thing with the job. So many persons will be thinking, oh, when I enter the UK, I'll do this and do this. To be honest, no. The reality is that UK is not easy. So now I'm not saying that everybody is suffering in the UK. No. Now there's some people that can handle the pain, pressure, challenges. Some people that can handle it. Me as a person, when I came to this country, I was frustrated. Let me tell you guys, my first job in the UK was a warehouse job, and the first day I went for this job, I cried. I said I was telling my husband he brought me to this country to come and suffer. I don't want to think about that, but all of that today is story, and it's past tense. So if somebody is sharing their story with me, I'll be like, forget though, I've been there. Like, I have been there, I have suffered in the UK. But yes, it's past tense. But to be honest, so if you cannot face this challenge, if you cannot handle it, it might break you. People break down in this country. People, if you cannot handle the pressure, the challenge, like so many things. When you enter the country, imagine yourself, you want to work in this place, you want to work in that place, and then boom, they tell you have to do this. I remember when they told me I have to start a care job, I was like, care job, what do they do? I was like, I can't do that job. And that was the reason why I was working in a warehouse. I was like, I cannot do a care job. But here am I today, I'm a carer and I'm enjoying my job, to be honest. I feel like anything you do, you should do it with love and like just embrace it. Just, I don't know how to put it, but the more you do it, the more you start enjoying what you do, to be honest. And at the same time, you need to think about, the future. If this is what you want, do you have plans to progress? Do you have plans to, you just ask yourself, what exactly do you want in this field that you're working in? If you're a carer, probably in the future, you want to own your own care home, you want to own your own care agency, you want to further your education as a nurse, So if you're a carer, there's so many things you can pursue. I've seen people that are carer at the end of the day start up their own agency. So as a carer, there's so many things you can pursue. It's just left for you to decide what you want to do. Do you understand? So now if you enter the UK and they tell you, okay, start care job, be like, what the care job do? You be like, I cannot do that thing. No, I cannot. Now I don't blame anybody. But this is the reality of living in the UK. So many migrants now cannot stand it anymore, especially the accommodation crisis. So now you can see what I was showing you guys. So here is London. People will be like, oh yeah, I live in London. Don't live in London because people live in London, my brother, my sister. Nah. Don't even try it. So people live in London because they want to live in London, or because they want to feel among people who live in London. Please, I always say this in my videos. Cut your coat according to your size. So because your friend live in London, your family member live in London, if you cannot afford to live in London, please look for another place. Look for another town. UK is UK, abroad is abroad. Look for a place where you live comfortable. Like this place I live, if I tell you how much they pay in this type of apartment or in this type of house in London, you won't believe it. But yes, my comfort is very important. Like, I don't care about big cities, because one, I'm with my family, I am happy, I eat, I go to work. So what else do I want? What else do I want? So for me, I feel like why people are living, sometimes they go for things that they can't handle. You try to cut your coat according to your size. Try to go to a house that you can afford. So now in London, people are taking it as business. Let's say, for example, in this house, I would decide to, you know, give out a room and then rent like 2 persons in that small room. Or the room will be like a box room, like where you literally just put your head and sleep and wake up and go to work. And if I tell you how much these people are paying, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yes, so many things are happening, and that is why I keep saying that people are leaving the UK because it's not what they expect. This is what we call expectation versus reality, because when you're in the UK, that's when you see the real reality. Okay, now people are talking about, oh, food stuff is very cheap in the UK. It's not cheap. Maybe before, foodstuffs are cheap in the UK. Maybe before it's cheap, but it's no longer cheap. If you're going shopping, try and be, you know, I used to do this before when I shop. I don't even choose to check how much I spend. I'll just use my credit card and leave the house. But of recent, I started calculating. I'll be like, hey, the egg I used to buy £1, now it's £2 plus. That means it's double the price. You know, back home, people will be like, things are expensive. I mean, I'm in Nigeria, I live here in the UK, so people will be telling me, oh, Coke is this price, egg is like this. I'll be like, hey, things are expensive, but when I went shopping and I decided to calculate how much I spent, I was shocked. Guys, things are expensive here in the UK too. Like, things are expensive everywhere. As it's expensive in Nigeria, it's expensive here in the UK. So people be like, oh, grocery, you eat. I don't know, if you're single, like if you're a student, probably it's okay, because you might be eating maybe once a day, so it's cheap for you. But if you have a family, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. And now if you enter UK, you spend all the money you spend and enter the country and you want to go back. After spending all of that money, like, will you want to go back? Some people are stranded in the UK because no leave, no transfer. I'll be like, I die here, because you cannot handle, you know, going back after spending all of that money. And believe you me, as time goes by, I think you're going to be fine, because starting is never easy. I have been there, to be honest. Like, I have been there and I'm still here. It's not easy, but we thank God for life. So the truth is that you have to ask yourself a lot of questions. Can you handle this pressure? And now when people are telling you guys things about UK, people like, these UK people, they like to say this one, they like to say that, they don't want to encourage us to come to the UK. They're telling you what they're facing, and some person will think that people are exaggerating. People are not really exaggerating. I don't think people are exaggerating, but I feel like this is the reality that some of you need to start understanding, so that it will prepare you. When you come to UK, you don't feel like it's a new thing. Do you get? So because if you keep ignoring, think that it's not true. But if you're watching all of this, if you're seeing harsh reality, why migrants are leaving the country, and you want to still come, it's just left for you to, you know, learn from it. If you learn from it, when you enter the country, you'll be prepared. All this is to get you prepared. Do you understand? Not like, say, you don't come to the UK. People are just making these videos to create awareness, but the truth is that some persons don't even appreciate it. For me, I think you should appreciate it, because they are creating awareness. It's just getting you watching me prepared. It's getting you prepared to come in this 2023. So you should appreciate it. You should be happy that people are creating this content for you to watch. And the truth is that people that are living are tired, and you that is coming, at least you learn from their own experience, you learn from their own mistake, and be like, okay, I am prepared, I want to come to the UK. And then when you come, because you've watched all those things, you know, you organize yourself, you know what to do and what not to do. That is just it. So in case you don't know, if you come to the UK today, one thing you need to start is house hunting and job hunting. Is 2 things. So now, before you get a job, you must get a house, because they will need your house address. Before your kids start school, you need to get a house. Do you understand? So all this is attached to a house. And now, before you get the house, they ask for your pay slip. And before you get your payslip, you need to be working. So back home, if you're working, it's still good because they'll ask for a payslip back home. Most of these agents ask for payslip. Some of them don't ask though because probably they are landlords. They'll be like, okay, can you afford to pay 6 months or 1 year? And that's when they accept the deal, probably because you're paying for 6 months or 1 year. So they will now accept the deal. Some person take them months to get an accommodation, to get a house in the UK. Some person take them weeks. Some person, as soon as they enter, within a week they get accommodation, and bam, they're okay, they're settled. So you that is coming, you don't know how yours is going to be. And that is why some person, when they come to the UK, they cannot handle it. I've seen lots of parents that cannot handle it. So back home, we used to have house help. We'll help you clean the house. We'll help you sweep. We'll help you take care of the kids. In the UK, you are the house help. Yes, you watch me. You and your husband, or you and your partner. I don't know. You people are the house help. You take care of the kids. You shower them. You wash them. You do everything that needs to be. And this time around, it's going to be with extra care, because if anything happens, it's on you. Because you don't want anybody to come and start questioning you about your child, isn't it? So in this country, you have to be strong. You have to be mentally strong, physically strong, like emotionally strong, because all these things will knock you left, right, honestly speaking. Like sometimes when I look at myself, I admire myself, I'll be like, I've come a long way. Like I'm a strong woman. I've been through a lot. I have been through a lot, but at the same time, I thank God. But honestly speaking, at the same time, I feel like it's a choice. If you can't handle it, it's okay to go back. And if people tell me, oh, they are going by, they cannot take it, I'll be like, okay, it's your choice, because I cannot tell you to stay when you're tired, you want to go back. I have someone that is planning to leave this after his BRP expired this January. My brother's friend, he came in to study. Although when he was coming, he thought it was going to be fresh and sweet, but when he came in, it was not what he expected, and he's just literally waiting for his BRP to come to an end. And he said he's not even going to pay the £2,000 to get the post-study visa, because for a student you can pay for this post-study visa and get you can pay 2,000 plus, like it's 2,001 or 2,000 plus for your post-study visa. But he said he's not even paying, that he's just tired, that the country is depressing, that he just wants to go back home. So yes, people are leaving for so many reasons. The weather is depressing, especially if you're someone that loves to live the life and you're in a society where everything is just everything is just planned. It's too organized. You like to hear noise. I can remember my husband was like, hey, I miss Nigerian generator noise. I said, which generator noise do you miss? He said the noise. That vroom, that generator noise, that he just missed the noise, the bike, the cars. I was like, okay. Okay. But to be honest, this is one of those things that sometimes you miss about Africa. But yeah, it is what it is. So if you're coming to the UK, just bear it in mind that if you don't want to leave this country, you need to be strong. You need to be emotionally, physically strong, and keep pushing. And trust me, you'll be fine. People give up. For me, I used to say this: person will give up, now you lose. Because no, me, I'm not gonna lose in this journey. I have to keep pushing. And now, I'm not saying that if you leave this country, that back home you will not be doing fine. You might be doing very well. You might be doing perfectly fine. That's why I tell people, like, if you're doing well back home, I don't know why you should start selling your properties and start coming to the UK. Like, if you're doing well back home, I feel like just come visit, because obviously this country is your money. You see your bank statement and you say you want to visit this person, you want to visit that person, you get visa, because at the end of the day, money moves them, because this country, they like money. It's money, 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 money. Everything is money. So when people come to the UK, they start seeing bills. You pay council tax, you pay water bill, you pay TV license, you pay house rent. If you're driving, you pay car insurance, road tax. You now pay internet. You be like, how much am I making? And on top of it, before they even pay you your salary, they take national insurance, they take tax. So tell me, how much are you making? Sometimes I'll be like, these professionals are really making money in this country. But at the same time, I've seen people that are not professional that are making it. That is why everything at the end of the day is planned. If you don't plan yourself, I think it's going to knock you. Because most of us did not plan. I'm one of those people that did not plan. We thought that I want to enter UK. We have made it, we have arrived. So now if you plan to come to the UK and you're watching all this video, you should be happy that you're watching all this video because it's getting you prepared. They are all creating awareness, getting you prepared, you know, to come to the UK. So if you're watching this video, you'll be like, why are migrants living in the UK? These are the reasons why they are living in the UK, but your own case is not going to be the same because you need to learn from their own mistake. These people cannot handle the pressure and the crisis, and forget what you see online, forget what people post on internet. Oh, I'm living the life. Some of them are living the life, some of them are not living the life, to be honest. And again, I'm also going to advise you, please cut your coat according to your size. You don't have to live in London. I made a video where I said 2-bedroom house for rent. So person will like, this house is too small. Yes, that is UK houses for you. Some of their houses are very big, some of them are very small, most of them are small, I'm not going to lie. And if you're watching me and you're living in the UK, you will also believe me that their houses, some or most of them, are not too big like our houses back home in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, our rooms are very big. I don't know about your own room in Nigeria, but my room was very big. It was massive. So in the UK, their houses are kind of small. And when I say the house costs £650, some person was like, oh my god, in London they will give you a small room for £1,000. Some person will say for 800. Some person, you know, the price was something else. And back home, many people say I live in London. Most of them don't live in London. That's why I always tell people that make research of affordable cities, affordable towns. I think you should start from there. At least when you enter the country, you get used to the environment, and then if you want to move to London, at least you've gotten used to the environment, you've gotten your job, you've gotten 1 or 2 things, then you can now move to London. Since it's London you want to move to. London is too busy. London is expensive. Honestly speaking, if you don't have the money, like just live somewhere, you'll be fine at the end of the day. So now don't say, oh god, I don't want to come to UK, people are leaving the UK. No, don't compare yourself with people living in the UK. Your own case will be different. So if you want to come, you can still come. Give it a try. I always say this: use people's example, use people's experience, and shape on your own and plan yourself. That is just it. So in today's video, I just decided to share with you guys what is happening in the UK and why migrants are leaving the country. The reason why I make this video, I've gotten a few persons who were like, oh Stella, can you make video why people are leaving the UK? And I said that okay, I think this is an interesting topic to talk about, and that's why I decided to make this video. And if you're watching this video, please leave a comment. What are your thoughts? Why are migrants leaving the UK? Leave it on the comment section. I believe 1 or 2 persons are still going to learn from it. With this, we've come to the end of today's video. If you find this video interesting and informative, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share my videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.